Alright, he's Mega here, and welcome to another desktop anime figure show and tell with Shigure here from Kancolle, alright, or Kantai Collection, right? So I just got done watching not too long ago, I got done watching the second Kancolle season of the anime, and it was pretty sad. But Shigure is like the main character in that anime, because Shigure, she was a destroyer, right? She was one of the last ships in the Imperial Japanese Navy type of thing, okay? And it's kind of sad. We know what happened to the Imperial Japanese Navy in World War II, okay? We know what happened to Japan, right? So, anyway, but so I wanted to get a figure of Shigure. She's such a cutie, right? Is what I want to say. And so this figure show and tell is a little bit different. I did the unboxing and the assembly before the video started, all right? And that's because I bought this figure on eBay without a box, okay? So I bought her from a seller called WZ on eBay, all right? Well, pretty simple name. eBay seller WZ for $22.50 with $6.40 shipping. All right, the total damage was $29.29. Okay, I think that's a fair price, and I believe this is a Taito Shigure prize figure. All right, and so I was just browsing. I was like, hey, I wonder what figures they have of Shigure, and I saw this one. This one caught my eye, is what I say. All right. I know they sold a Udachi version. Yeah, there's a Udachi figure. So there's like a sister figure to this. If you guys don't know, Udachi is one of the sister ships of Shigure. Okay, I think there was like 4 of the ships or something. All right, and I think Udachi was in the first anime. All right, but here she is, Shigure. Okay, and yeah, so there is a sister figure to this figure. There's like another swimsuit figure, and I think it's Udachi is what it was. I might get the Udachi some other time, that's what I say. All right, but yeah, so this is a Taito figure. You can see they got the Taito Space Invaders here. All right, it is a pre-owned figure, and it didn't have a box. Okay, so it may not be in the bestest of shape, but we'll see. We'll find out when we take a closer look at her. Okay, so $29.29 eBay seller WZ. Okay. And yeah, there was no box, and as you saw, it came in like 3 different was it bubble wraps? All right, so it looks like they took pretty good care of her. Okay, and here she is. Okay, so yeah, you guys saw the unboxing and assembly, but it came out in 3 pieces. There's the base. There's 2 pegs with her attached to her foot here. One thing I don't like is, man, this is a very good candidate figure to be a leaner. Okay, she could be a big leaner because her foot here is kind of like at an angle. All right, it's angled this way where her weight is pressing that way, so she may droop this way in the future, right? Plus she's got this this floaty. All right, so yeah, and then you just put the tube in her arm right there. Pretty simple. So it's pretty much a 3-piece figure. Very simple to assemble, so we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna go take a closer look at her, and then we'll take a closer look at her and scrutinize this figure after we do a quick 360. Which Shigure is such a cutie, is what I'm gonna say. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, and we're back, and I've looked her over, alright? And yes, it's prize figure stuff, alright? But the good thing about Taito is they make pretty good prize figures, alright? As I've bought Taito prize figures in the past, and I've been very impressed with them, alright? And I think I'll be kind of impressed with this one, alright? So let's start at the base, and we'll work our way out. So the base is this kind of Space Invaders type of base, alright? That's what Taito is known for. They make games, right? And I guess Space Invader was one of them. All right, and you see the Space Invaders here. It's a pretty cool looking base, and I think you can link it up with the other figures. All right, the other figures, very similar figures that have this base. That's what I'm gonna say. I think they have the Udachis, right? Okay, there's the base. Pretty cool base. I like it. Like I said, I think she might be a leaner, all right, but hopefully she won't. So I'm gonna say it's not too heavy a figure, but yeah, all the weight is kind of biased this away, so I think she's gonna lean that way in the future, maybe. Base is kind of wide. I would think you could probably make this base smaller than that. Is what I'm gonna say. Would have a smaller footprint. Is what I'm gonna say. Okay, so let's go take a look at the feet. Okay, let's take a look at her lovely feet. There she is. She's wearing a kind of like a flip-flop kind of sandal type of dealie. Alright, it's like a lime green. There's you can see some of the paint coming off here. There's some kind of QC stuff there. I don't think this black part here is supposed to be part of the sandal, the slippers, all right? Because the other one is just the green part, okay? So that's just for the base, okay? All right, so yeah, it's a lime green. Looks like it's painted okay. It looks like there's 2 stripes on the bottom here, but you can't really see it. It's under her foot. All right, you can see under her feet. Looks okay. It looks kind of jaggedy down there, actually, the molding, but it's okay. It's back there. You don't really see it all that much. You know, you can see some of the paint from the strap, the teal paint going off, bleeding off into the skin a little bit. All right, not the best as a QC, so I'm gonna say the strap goes between her toe here, but you don't see it go in there. All right, so that's a little less attention to details, I'm gonna say. All right, and then her toes. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toes. All right, they got it right. Her feet look like feet. All right, so yeah, skin looks okay. It actually doesn't look too bad. The skin doesn't look too bad. Let's just zoom out here. Okay. So there's her lovely legs. All right, it's Shigure. She's a medium is premium type of character. All right, she's a petite girl. So I would say she's a petite kanmusu, right? That's what they call her. Yeah, so I don't know if the skin is painted or not. It looks like it's painted, and maybe it might not be painted. I'm not 100% sure if it's painted or not, all right? But there is shading. That's one interesting thing about this figure. Her legs have shading, so you can see it's a little pink back here, all right? Behind the leg, behind the knee, basically. All right, the skin looks a little shiny, a little on the shiny side. Yeah, it looks kind of Barbie dollish. I can see the light reflecting. You can see the light reflecting right here, right? You know, like right here where so the skin probably not the best, but you know what? It looks all right. Is what I'm gonna say. It's not horrible. And yeah, like I said, there is shading. You can see shading around the knee. So that leads me to believe it might be painted. Okay, yeah, you can see some shading right here on the foot also. Very kind of subtle shading. When the light hits it, it creates depth and stuff and makes it look nice. Okay, but the finish of the skin is a little too shiny for me, as I want to say. All right, so I'm gonna have to nitpick about that a little bit. All right, there's the other sandal right there. You can see the bottom of this one. It's the lime green color. All right, the teal strap. Just like the other one, the strap doesn't go between the toes. There's some stripes on the top of it. Okay, you can see some, yeah, there's a little bit of shading on the bottom of her foot. It's kind of hard to tell. There's kind of like a mold line right there. Okay, let's continue up. Let's go take a look at those Shigure hips. Okay, she's wearing one of those kind of skirts. Okay, yeah, so she's wearing a kind of skirt that she's tied off, or what do they call it? A pareo is what it's called. It's tied around her waist to hide her booties. All right, but I'm sure she has a sweet little booty. All right, just the right size. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, yeah, you'd have to really look under there if you want to see it, though. Unfortunately. All right, good. The molding for the skirt is pretty nice. Not bad. I don't see any kind of jaggies on the molding or anything, but it's just not like, it's not super nice, is what I want to say. All right, and you can see some marks in the black here. Now, the previous owner may have done that. I'm not sure. Okay, there's some dirt here. Oh, yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, okay, that came off. That's just dust. Okay. Okay, let's look at her tummy, her chest area, okay? And then we'll take a look at the floaty or the tube. Okay, there's her tummy. She's got a nice flat tummy. There's her belly button. Doesn't appear to be any shading on the upper body. This is funny because there's shading on her lower body. Okay, you can see you get a good glimpse of her armpits here. It looks like it's a little dirty here where her bicep is. All right, pre-owned figure, you know, what am I gonna do? Maybe that came from the factory, like that type of thing, you know. You can see a mold line down here, okay. Yeah, if you look at the hand, yeah, the hand has the mold lines here. It kind of has like mold lines around her knuckle a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot, man, damn. Yeah, the skin doesn't look super nice. It's a little shiny, is what I'm gonna say. Maybe she's sweating. I don't know. Okay, and then so let's take a look at her bikini top. The skin looks all right. So I'm gonna say it could be better. Is what I say. It could always be a lot better. Is what I want to say. Okay, so here she's wearing a bikini top. It looks a lot like the dress that she normally wears. Okay. And yeah, so it's like black on the bottom, and it has like a white kind of border on top with these kind of red borders. It's shaped kind of like a cross, sort of. Okay, and then she's got a red bow in between. Pretty nice. It's finish. It's like a flat. It's flat, guys. Yeah, it's a flat finish. That's really odd. Yeah, the black is a flat color. I forgot to mention on the skirt. Yeah, it looks kind of dull. It would have been nice if they went with the matte finish, so it would reflect a little bit of light, but it doesn't at all. It just, you know, it looks kind of dull looking. So I want to say, I would think a matte finish would be better. All right, if it reflected a little bit of light, would make it nicer. All right, the finish just looks kind of dry and dull looking. All right, and then there's the bikini strap going around her back. She's kind of arching her back, and it's tied back here. Okay, the string looks pretty nice. It's not bleeding off into the skin. Very good. All right, and then there's two bikini straps going around her neck. All right, and I think it's tied off again around her neck. Okay. There's a mold line going down her chest right here. Lots of mold lines. Okay, it's price figure stuff, guys. That's typical for price figures. All right, let's go take a look at this tube here. All right, it's a Taito tube. It's got the Space Invaders on it. All right, and it's clear and blue. All right, I noticed that there were some scratches here, some black scratches, probably from the previous owner. So I hid them underneath her hand. Maybe that's how she was displayed before, you know. So that's some paint transfer stuff there. I see something here with the clear stuff. There's some blue paint rubbed off here. There's some stuff rubbed off here. I don't know if that's from the previous owner or not. There's a seam line around the tube, but there really is supposed to be a seam line there, and then they got these little folds here. It looks very realistic. It looks like a real inner tube type of thing, all right? Very nice. And you could pretty much display it any way you want, and you can also take it off, okay? So, very nice. And then there's her hand. It's going around it. She just holds it. She's just kind of cradling it. All right, I actually don't see too many mold lines on this one. There's a mold line here. All right. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. Okay, looks good. There, I don't see any kind of nail polish or nail paint or anything. Yeah, none of that. Okay, she's showing some of that side boob. All right, guys. She's got some side boob and some armpit and some cleavages. She's very cute, yet kind of sexy too at the same time. Cute and sexy. She definitely is a cutie. Okay, and there she is. Let's take a look at her head. She's got blue eyes. She's looking off to the right. Her mouth is open. Her mouth is kind of like a pink color, and then she's kind of blushing a little bit. All right, there's a little blush or shading on her cheeks right here. There's her eyebrows and eyelashes. She's got like, I don't know, like a kind of like a brown kind of eyelash or eyebrow up there. Okay, and then this is that jewel or the hair ornament, all right, that she wears. If you watch the anime, you know where that's from. It's like a memento. That's what it is. Okay, and then there's her hair. Yeah, so she has like a it's kind of like a side tail. She has a ponytail and she wears it kind of like a side tail. All right, it usually goes down the side of her head like that. So she's sporting the side tail. It's kind of like a brown hair. And it actually gets darker. Yeah, it gets darker as it goes to the bottom. So it has some shading, all right? Molding, it looks okay. And I'm not going to say, yeah, it doesn't look super awesome, but I don't really see much wrong with it, is what I want to say. The finish isn't awesome. It's okay. All right, she's got a little ahoge right here, sort of, kind of. All right, her hair kind of comes out on the sides here. She's got like another kind of side tail or forelock right here. Alright, isn't she a cutie? And so yeah, that's what kind of drew me to this figure. I think that's it. Yeah, there's really not much else to talk about. But yeah, what really drew me to this figure is she looked really cute. Alright, and Shigure really is a cutie. So that's it, alright? Yeah, so and I would really want to have a Shigure figure, and it's a swimsuit figure, so I can add her to my swimsuit figure collection. Alright, base is kinda, yeah, it's kinda wide. I wish the base was kinda smaller. I don't think the base had to be that big, but it's kind of cool because it has this Space Invader theme to it, alright? So it's like a Taito Kancolle kind of collab type of figure, alright? Okay, if you guys want to see underneath the skirt, so you guys can get at least a peek at the bikini bottom, we can lower the camera here. Okay, unfortunately, yeah, you can't see it too well because it's kind of dark, but if I turn my light on, you can see it, alright? So yeah, she's wearing like a black bikini bottom, or kind of looks like a black pantsuit, okay? She's got a nice, she's got a nice little round booty, I'm gonna say. Okay, so there we go. That was a kind of quick show and tell. It was a little bit different than usual. I don't normally buy figures that don't have boxes. But if it's a prize figure, well, if it's a prize figure and I get a good deal on it, I think how much I paid for it, what was it, like 20 something dollars? It wound up close to 30 bucks shipped. It's not too bad. I don't think this figure is too easy to find anymore. I wonder when they made this figure. That's a good question. Let me look it up. Okay, so here's a little info from my figure collection, all right, before I let you guys go. This is the Kantai collection, or Kancolle Shigure Kantai Collection X Space Invaders collaboration. So yeah, it was a Taito Space Invaders / Kancolle collab, okay? And Taito is the one that makes the figure. This is a circa September 2017 prize figure, all right? So like I said, I haven't really seen this was kind of hard to find for Hades Omega, all right? I looked on eBay and somebody had her. I don't think you can buy her new, all right? You probably could find her new, but it would be, she's out of print is what I'm gonna say, all right? They're not making this figure anymore. So if you see one and you like it, buy it, all right? I think it's a great figure. She's so cute. She looks great in that swimsuit. Yeah, she looks like a wholesome, cute Kanmusu girl. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I will be having another Shigure figure. I ordered the Good Smile Shigure figure from Ami, but I'm not going to get her for a couple months. Okay. So yeah. I wonder what other figures there are. Let me see. Yeah, so there's a Taito Yudachi figure for this. So I may get that one. All right, just to go with Yudachi. All right, so she can have her sister with her. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. I think Shigure and Yudachi were in the first season, and then Shigure was in the second season of the Kancolle anime. All right, I don't play the game, guys, so but I am a fan of the anime. All right, I've watched the first and second season in the movie, and I enjoyed them. All right, the second season was kind of but I still enjoyed it. All right, I still liked it. Okay, and it features a lot of Shigure She was one of the last ships in the war, is what I'm gonna say. Okay. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll get some 360s and close-ups. That's the end of the figure show and tell.